about 5 days ago when I met a beautiful Vietnamese woman that her husband had died. She was still great. And I thought, look at that guy. That guy had a great life. He married this woman, brought her over, had a great time. She was a bombshell. He obviously had money, lived on the beach.
Hey, what's going on, good people? This is Tori with Datingwright. And in this video, I'm going to be discussing a gentleman who has just came across the Passport Brothers movement. And also, we're going to show some other videos of men discovering and talking about the Passport movement as well. So we're definitely going to break it down. But before we do, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like the video, drop a comment down below. Not gonna waste your time. Let's get right into it.
So there's this new movement called Passport Boys. It's when guys, American men, go over to whatever country, find someone, marry them, and bring them back. I said this about 5 days ago when I met a beautiful Vietnamese woman that her husband had died. She was still great. And I thought, look at that guy. That guy had a great life. He married this woman, brought her over, had a great time. She was a bombshell. He obviously had money, lived on the beach. Maybe it was a great time. Yes, she had brought in a death certificate because he had killed himself, but she said it was because of the pandemic. I don't know if she did it or not. It doesn't matter. Either way, I'm beginning to jump on board with this whole thing because the dating in this Southern California area is not ideal. And honestly, I'm not even trying to date anymore. I don't have room for another person in my life right now. I'm trying to get things done. But I'm saying in the future, when I'm 40, I'm going over to anywhere else.
Yes, sir, bro. Everyone is welcome. I love it. I love to see what's going on. But one thing about we need to correct is I don't know where they get this Passport Boys from. It's Passport Bros or Passport Gang or whatever y'all. I don't even like the word gang, but it's not boys. We are not boys. We are men. And second of all, for anyone new to this, there is one rule that we do have. We are not going over to other countries to bring them back to the United States. Now, each man can do what he want to do, but you have been warned not to bring your girlfriend or your wife back over here because she will be subject to be influenced by this society the same way Western women have grew up and been influenced by it. And I do think it's much easier dating a foreign woman. The stress, the non-nagging, and that way you can focus on building your kingdom. That way you can just work, and stack your money and focus on that, building an empire. That's what men need to be able to focus on. You don't have time for distractions with all of the dating madness in the States. You need to be in a solid, healthy relationship. You can focus on stacking your money, working hard. This young man here look like he got the right idea.
This isn't my usual lane, but I keep hearing about Passport Boys. Let's talk about it. Apparently there's a growing movement, and apparently there is racial equality when it comes to this movement, because white, black, Hispanic, not Asians, you guys don't have any problems, going to other countries to find themselves a wife. And apparently this is making women really, really upset. And if you can find some of these videos of these women being salty, I invite you to find them because they're pretty awesome. There's nothing better than someone screaming at you about how they don't care, except they just made a 3-minute video about how they don't care. These two things don't coalesce. But moreover, I'm behind this as a concept, much more than I am things like MGTOW. I think MGTOW is a defeatist mindset. I think it's much better to consider going elsewhere to find that partner.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for the encouragement. I would like to say that I agree with him on the men going their own way. I do think it's a negative mindset to have. I always heard about Midtown, and I thought it was like some red pill talk, but I didn't know that these guys was actually going their own way, meaning they're not dating women anymore. I think they're not dealing with women, period. Like, not dating them, not having, relations with them, celibacy, all this stuff. I think that's a little bit too extreme for me, to be honest. I feel like men, we need women. We need their energy. We need their feminine. we need their relations energy, if you know what I mean. And there's something about being with a woman. There's a certain motivation that comes out of that. It's like a boxer who trains for a fight, where he practices a vow of celibacy. He can't have sex before a fight, right? And it's like he building up all this training. What's the first thing he do after he win or lose the fight? He gets to his hotel room and there's a woman gonna be there waiting on him, because there's an energy that has to be released. There's an energy that comes with winning. There's nothing like getting a big check or clocking a big bankroll. And the first thing you want to do as a man, you want to go find a woman. There's a certain energy that comes with that. That's what women are there for, to motivate you as a man. So I can't do the men going their own way thing, because I need me a woman. I love women. That lioness need to be a part of my pride.
So there's this other trend on here called passport bros. So all the man bashing that goes on, you get the simps and the cucks and the whatever the fuck, and then you get the MGTOWs, men going their own way. That's kind of a defeatist attitude in my book, But then you got the passport bros, or the guys that are saying, I think I'm going to get a passport and check out women on the other side of the planet. Great idea. Absolutely great idea. Because in the process of you going over to check out the girls on the other side of the planet, you're going to learn a lot about the rest of the world and even more about yourself. For years, most recently my travels have been Europe, a little bit on the Western Europe, but mostly on the Eastern Europe, right down to Adriatic and Black Sea. I loved it over there. It's not unusual for East or Western Europe for people to be trilingual, fluent in 3 languages, familiar in 2 or 3 more, because that's just the way things are in Europe. 3 of my girlfriends were engineers, 2 of them chemical engineer, 1 civil engineer. They really pride themselves on education, which is something we used to do about 40, 50 years ago here in the United States. You treat them well, they're going to treat you even better. And depending on the country, if the girls find a good man, they don't mind sharing him. That was pretty awesome. But it's a wonderful life over there. If you want to act right, don't go over there acting like the cliche American. Baseball cap with USA on it, big American flag t-shirt, because we are the terrorists of the world as far as the rest of the world considers us. Don't be chanting USA, and all this other shit. Just go over there to fit in. I don't mean to not be you, but just be polite. Be the way we used to be, respectful people when we travel the world. But I can totally understand why you're doing this. You can, depending on your visa, you can usually spend 3 months over there, depending on the country, if it's Schengen or non-Schengen or whatever. Usually 90-day tourist visas, but Schengen is like all these countries together, so you got to balance your time. You can go to other places, or you got to leave for a while, come back 6 months later. But it's easy to spend 6 months a year over there. Farther Eastern Europe, it's a lower cost of living. That doesn't mean you can take advantage of it, as some people do, but these people have a memory about who treats them right. Come back to the States, save up your money. Don't go to the clubs or other dumb shit. Go over there, have an awesome life. Like I said, it's easy to spend 6, 7 months a year over there living a good life. Check it out. It's one of the best things you guys can do for yourselves.
Okay, my brother. I love it. I love to see it. This movement is not going to stop. It's only growing. Men will continue to hear the good news. We will continue to spread the word that you do not have to settle for Western women. This world is your oyster. You need to travel and just see some of the most beautiful women on this planet. And the only way you can do that is by using your passport. And I love what he said once again. Be careful with this men going their own way thing. I understand it, but I don't get how you can just cut women off, period. Now that's all I got in this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, like the video, drop a comment down below. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.